Well, good morning. It is Sunday, September the 5th of 2021. There are just a few days less than 4 months left in the year. So you may want to take a look at those New Year resolutions and see if you've got time to get them completed. Well, one of the things that I was thinking about this past week was the refugees coming over to the United States from Afghanistan. And I've told some of you all this. May have mentioned it several times, but in my 12 years of the public education system, grades kindergarten through 12, if I went to kindergarten, but anyway, in the 12 years of public education, I lived in about at least 5 states, maybe 6 states, and went to 7 or 8 different schools. I can still remember that I went to 3 different high schools for my freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school. So 3 different schools in 4 years. And so I just kind of got used to being the new kid in the classroom, the stranger, if you will. And for the most part, people aren't very friendly to strangers. And so it was kind of difficult as a youngster to make friends, at least make friends for very long, because we seemed to move quite a bit. And so I know what it's like firsthand to be a stranger, to be the new person in town, to be the new person in school, to be the new person at work, to be the new person at church. And I don't always do a very good job at it, but because of that, I've tried to be kind to the new folks in town, to the stranger. And when Moses was giving the people the law as revealed to him by God, one of the things that he told them was, "You shall not oppress a stranger. You know the heart of a stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt." And so Moses told them that part of being God's people was being kind to strangers, to be kind to the new people in town, to be kind to the new person in school, to be kind to the new person at work, because they knew what it was like to be strangers, because they were strangers in the land of Egypt. I think, and I meant to check but didn't, I think some of the refugees from Afghanistan that are coming to Camp Atterbury, not too far from here, are already here. And I can imagine somewhat the culture shock that these individuals are going through and will be going through over the next several weeks and months, if not for several years. Coming thousands of miles away from home to a land that they are completely unfamiliar with, probably not knowing anybody. Now, some of the individuals who served as interpreters might know some of the people, but for the most part, they're not going to know anybody. And they are going to be strangers in a strange land, not used to how we do things here in the United States, not used to how we do things here in Indiana. And I've got a good friend who is trying to set up a meeting. So hopefully this week we will have that meeting and we will find out some ways that we can help these individuals. But until we do that, and if you know how we can help them, please feel free to contact me, call me, text me, email me, come by and see me, because we need to help these folks. As Christians, we know what it's like in some small way to be the odd person out, if you will. I know firsthand what it's like to be the new kid in class, to be the new person in town, to be the new family at church. So we need to have the heart of sympathy and empathy and kindness toward these individuals who more than likely are not going to know anybody, and they're going to be scared and they're going to be nervous about what the future holds for them. So for now, at least, and I don't mean that in a pejorative way, but we can pray for these individuals. And we can pray that they find comfort and safety here in Indiana, and that eventually they will find friends here in Indiana. And hopefully some of their friends will be Christians who can help them through the difficulties of life that they are going to face. So pray for these refugees. And if you have ways that we can help them, let me know and I'll get the word out. And if we have that meeting this week, I will let you know the results of that meeting, and we will try to put together some kind of efforts where we can help these strangers. Not just because it's our God-given responsibility to do that, which is reason enough, but because we know what it's like to be strangers in a strange land. Because after all, this world is not our home. We are longing and yearning for something better. And so let's help these strangers. Well, I pray you'll have a great week.